God real? This is such an important question, maybe one of the most important questions that people ever ask. People generally come to one of three conclusions about that question. Is he real? Does he exist? The first decision that people make is, well, no, there's no God or gods. And somebody would be described as an atheist who doesn't believe in God or gods. Some people believe that if there is a God, we can't know him, and we can't even know if he really exists at all. That's an agnostic. And then thirdly, we have those who say, yes, there is a God. Somebody is then described as a theist. Now, obviously, I'm a theist, someone who believes in the existence of God, a God who's real and can be known. And here are some of the reasons why I believe it's reasonable to believe. Firstly, the original cause. This is sort of a logical reason for belief. Everything that exists has a cause, something that made it happen. So I exist because of my parents, and they exist because of their parents, and so on and so forth, right back to the beginning. This room exists because somebody designed it. My car exists because somebody designed it and built it and made it. If you keep going backwards, with everything there is a start, something that made it happen. And because there is a start to everything, you need something to start everything. And that's what we mean by God. The person who has no beginning himself, who is eternal and started everything else. The Bible starts with that in the very first book. In the beginning, God created everything there is. Now, that's not a proof that he exists, but it is a good reason to believe that he must be something. There must be something or someone who makes it all happen. Second reason is design. Not only does everything that exists need a start, but it is beautifully made and complex, which means the universe shouts out, I am made and designed by someone. Imagine you found a phone lying on the floor. You wouldn't think, oh, that phone just made itself from nothing. You would think someone brought all of those bits together and designed it so that all those bits would work. We look at the world and we see amazingly complex things working together, and they show that there is a designer. One of the cleverest people in recent years had spent his whole life saying that there was no God, but then at the end of his life he said he could no longer deny the fact that design in science and nature points to a creator. It's everywhere, design. Thirdly, conscience. I think it's reasonable to believe in God because my conscience tells me there's more to life than just what I see. I know there's right and wrong. I know that beauty and love and compassion are real things because God put something inside me that's more than just chemicals and reactions. The Bible tells us that all people have that, something that tells us right and wrong inside. It tells us more than just this life. God put eternity in our hearts. Fourthly, Jesus. I believe that God is real because he came to our planet. This is such a central part of belief that it needs a whole load of videos. But let me just say that the fact that Jesus was here and said what he said and did what he did is the clearest and greatest evidence that God is real. Lots of people have said to me over the years, I would believe in God if I could see him. And yet God came down from heaven 2,000 years ago so we could meet him and know him and listen to him. And the people who saw him wrote it down so that we could know too. God was here on the planet for 33 years. Fifthly, personal experience. I know him by personal experience, by the work of the Holy Spirit. I know that he's real because I feel him inside me. I talk to him through prayer. He talks to me through the Bible. And my personal experience of him is not just wishful thinking, but is genuine and real. And he's closer than you think. Now, all of this might not be enough to convince you that God is real, but it's a start of a reason to explore the fact, explore the issue, and start talking maybe to him for yourself. I started that journey by saying, God, if you're really there, I want to know you. That was the beginning, and that's faith. It's reaching out and saying, if you're there, I want to know you, and I want to know what you're about and what you say and what you think.